Hello, podcast listeners. We know podcasts are a great way to catch up on a program that you may have missed on KSJE, and it's provided as a free service of this radio station. But you know, KSJE is now listener-supported, and so while you enjoy this podcast, we hope that you'll also take some time to join KSJE. Become a member today. It's quite easy to do. Just go to our website at ksje.com/support and pick the level of support that best matches your budget. Thanks again for listening. Here's your podcast. 11 minutes past 8 o'clock. It is Monday morning, the 28th day of April, 2025. Good morning, everyone. I'm Scott Michlin. Thanks for tuning in to KSJE 90.9 FM over the air here in San Juan County, New Mexico. In Durango, Colorado, we're broadcasting at 103.3 FM. And if you're listening to my voice from anywhere else on the planet, you've gone to our website to do that, ksje.com. Also want to welcome our viewers this morning who are joining us. The video of this program is streaming out live to the KSJE Facebook page and also to our YouTube channel. So welcome aboard, everyone. So glad that you are with us, because coming up in the next few moments, we are getting an update on Riverfest, which will be here before we know it. Coming up, of course, Memorial Day weekend here in Farmington. Stay tuned to find out about all the things that are planned for Riverfest in the next few moments right here on KSJE. Then later on this hour, we will talk technology, as we do on Mondays at 8:50 a.m. It's our Monday Reboot segment. Stay tuned for that coming up today as well. Next hour, of course, it's all classical music. Our classical music program, Roving with the Arts, with Mick Hess. He will be here after the news at 9:06. Don't forget, you can also connect with us on X and Instagram, in addition to Facebook and YouTube. And if you're a podcast person, we remind you that you can subscribe and download KSJE podcasts, listen on demand. They're available at places where you're probably already listening to podcasts. So check it out and discover a new program that you may have missed recently. Outside our studios here at San Juan College, it is a sunny 41 degrees on this Monday morning. We're expecting a mostly sunny day today with a high of 58 in Farmington, 39 and clear overnight. Partly sunny tomorrow, the high 65, 68 on Wednesday, 69 by Thursday, and maybe another chance of showers on Friday with a high near 70 degrees, and overnight lows, as you see, right there in the mid to upper 40s. Back with my guest to talk Riverfest right after this on KSJE. KSJE is supported by San Juan Regional Medical Center, whose vision is to deliver world-class care, making life better for the communities they are privileged to serve. Offering a comprehensive range of inpatient, outpatient, and emergency care services so residents can live life better here. San Juan Regional Medical Center, community-owned and operated, here for you.
Ahead, turn right.
Isn't it nice to have a little help getting where you're going?
Your destination is ahead and 300 feet.
When navigating life's challenges, the San Juan County Navigation Center can help you with navigating housing, navigating transportation, navigating medical providers, and more. Learn more online at sjcnavigate.net or call 505-636-7110. The Navigation Center, connecting to resources, empowering lives.
You have arrived at your destination.
I'm back in Studio A with my guest this morning, as I mentioned, to talk about Riverfest, New Mexico, which will be here during Memorial Day weekend. Joining me, two members of the River Reach Foundation Board of Directors. Dr. Joe Pope is here in Studio A with me this morning. Dr. Pope, good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Welcome back to KSJE. Nice to have you here as well. Also, Kristina Ottak is here this morning as well from the River Reach Board. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you both for coming in. Busy season, busy time for both of you and the rest of the board, I know, getting ready for Riverfest, but let's start by talking a little bit about that, right? The idea behind Riverfest, of course, it's a major fundraiser for the River Reach Foundation and allows you all to keep doing the great work that you do to help enhance and open up our rivers to the public, and we see a lot of those benefits from past projects. The whole trail system is a River Reach Foundation project, so thank you for continuing that work.
Yes, of course. And this year we also did a couple of wood carvings on the trails in Berg Park
Right.
as part of our projects to enhance the riverine corridor. But yes, Riverfest is one of our biggest fundraisers.
Nice. Very good. Dr. Pope?
Really, I think it must be the largest gathering of human beings in this county every year. I can't think of anything that would surpass it.
Right. What are the estimates,
what's
I
our
think?
number?
Right? Is it 30,000?
30,000 people.
Yeah.
We haven't done really scientific counts, but that's what we believe.
Sure. Well, anyone who's been down there and
Yeah.
has to elbow room a little bit on those trails knows that it's full of people. That's
There's
for
so
sure.
much to do, and it's for 3.5 days.
Right.
really. And lots of bands and lots of food vendors, and gosh, we could go through a list.
We could.
Where is our list of things?
We
to
could go through all the stuff. Well, we'll get to it. We will get to it. But I want to start with River Reach a little bit too, and talk a bit about the organization behind Riverfest too, because I know you both are on the board of the River Reach Foundation, and so maybe Dr. Pope, talk to me about how you got to join the River Reach board. What was in it for you?
Well, part of my friendship with Dr. Lemur, who is the
Bob
founder,
Lemur.
basically, of the whole organization, and my admiration of what he has done and what this organization has done. But I also have a selfish interest where I'm there many days of the week with my dog, with my binoculars, walking the trails.
Right.
And I have spent I don't know how many countless hours down there enjoying what I think is a world-class kind of a park. I think it's an amazing resource for our community. And when I have guests in town, that's where we go.
Right.
We go, and almost to a person, they say, "This is Farmington, New Mexico. This is really cool," and they think it's a great
Right.
resource as well.
I agree with you. It's really nice to see it, and again, it's so close to town. It's in town, literally in town, and to be able to kind of enjoy it and not be too far from anything is really a great escape, I think, from kind of the rat race of just city living, if you don't mind.
It's a bit of a social experience going there because
Right.
you always see 6 or 7 people you know.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
Any day you're there.
Very good. Krista, what about for you?
So I am a recent transplant to Farmington. I moved here in 2019.
Welcome.
Thank you. But I'm very much a kayaker and a rafter. And the first time I heard about the River Reach Foundation is when I was looking for a map for the put-ins and takeouts to float on the river. And the River Reach Foundation not only had a map, but they also had signs at a lot of the put-ins with safety information and things like that. And I thought, hey, these are people that I could get along with.
Nice, right?
And since then, we've done more projects to work with Desert River Guides and other members of the community to improve boat ramps, do cleanups on the river. I think last year we pulled more than 20 tires out of the river with the help of Desert River Guides.
Nice, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Excellent. Well, and again, for folks who don't know or are new to the community like you, they may not realize the work that the River Reach Foundation has been doing for, I'm going to say, close to 30 years, probably more than that, maybe like 35 perhaps, Dr.
We
Pope.
don't know
were
the
started
exact.
in 1986.
Okay, so you knew that.
I did.
There you go. So more than 35 years. I even know that math.
But even more than tires, I mean, the amount of
Right.
trash
Yeah.
and old cars and industrial equipment that's been pulled out of that river is astounding.
Right.
I mean, because it was kind of a dumping ground for
Right. Yeah.
some of our industry for many years.
Well, like in most communities, I think they use
Indeed.
their waterfront, riverfront properties as kind of a dumping ground, and then all of a sudden we kind of
Now we
took a new look, right? Yeah, and treasure them, and we're able to clean up and really enjoy them with the paths and the pedestrian crossings that we now have. And I know there's plans for even more, which is exciting. And but there's certainly been more and more expansion. And so one of your favorite places that Among the Waters Trail is one of the newer additions to the trail
Have
system.
you spent any time down there?
I have indeed, yeah. Or the
It's
confluence,
a little bit more solitude down there.
right?
But I think it's developing into another world-class kind of a
Definitely.
resource.
Well, right, and to be able to again see where the two rivers meet, 2 of the 3 in our area, is a really great way, and to have it open to the public and the community is wonderful. So that is a little bit about the River Reach Foundation, and then of course River Fest, and now River Fest New Mexico has grown from that as your major fundraiser to continue the work. And so that brings us back to this conversation on Memorial Day weekend, which I can't wait for because that means it'll be warmer and sunnier, and so we're looking forward to it. And so, as in with most years, you've got lots of things planned for Riverfest, and so let's talk about the event.
Well, the event kicks off on Friday evening. We're going to be having the San Juan Choral and a local marching band open up, along with Barrow Katanga,
Nice.
who is coming to us from Albuquerque. We also are going to have the VIP tent this year. It is returning this year for
Right.
our sponsors and partners.
Right.
So that'll be on Friday, the 23rd, from 5 to 9 p.m. in Berg Park only. But on Saturday, we'll be having events in Berg Park and Animas Park, as well as all of the trails between those places.
Right. Lots of stuff going on as the event kind of gets into full swing on Saturday, which is May 24th. Joe Pope, what's on the schedule for Saturday?
I don't have an exact schedule here.
Some of the things, sorry.
On Saturday, we'll have shuttles running from the Civic Center and from the museum
Yep.
every 30 minutes to get to Berg Park. We'll also be running a complimentary shuttle from Berg Park to Animas Park this year. Navajo Preparatory Academy is helping us out and
Nice.
letting us rent a couple of their buses to run that.
And that's on Friday and,
That'll
on
be
Saturday and Sunday.
That will be on Saturday and Sunday, as well as the shuttles from the Civic Center and the museum.
Got you. And so for folks who maybe find trouble finding a place to park, if you park at the Civic Center or at the museum, you can get on the shuttle and don't have to worry about it.
That's right.
That's the idea. So that makes sense. I love that plan. Or if I decide I'm going to walk from one end of the park to the other and then decide that I'm kind of too tired to walk back to my car at the other end of the park, I can get the in-park shuttle and get back.
That's right, and that's also going to help with a change that we're making this year. We're going to be moving the Joe Tahoney Jr. White Mountain Apache Dancers to Rocky Reach Landing in Animas Park.
Okay.
We encourage all of our attendees to take the shuttle if that's going to make it easier for them to move to that area of the park.
Gotcha. Very good. And that's a really popular performance group. So
It is one of our biggest draws, and we're really excited to have them come back.
that's terrific. Very good. And of course, in addition to that, there's other bands and other entertainment scattered throughout the park throughout the weekend too.
There are quite a number of bands to be playing, and I mean, there are some breaks, but there are bands playing virtually all day Saturday and part of Sunday.
Right.
And I mean, these are huge venues that a lot of people crowd around. The Joe Tahoney event is really amazing how many people it attracts.
Right.
It is one of the most popular things that we have in the whole event.
Terrific. Yeah, that's wonderful. Glad they're going to be back. So that's great.
Yeah.
Very good. What else you got planned?
Well, on Saturday and Sunday, rafting trips will be offered.
Right. You can't have Riverfest without
can't.
rafting trips, really.
Yes.
So that's great.
And that's going to be $25 a head, and we're really excited to be working with Desert River Guides to provide that for everybody.
Very good. Now, are they going to take like reservations, or can you just walk up, do you think? Or what's the way to get a raft trip?
You will be able to book and pay there at the put-in, which is going to be at Animas Park.
Right.
And then they'll shuttle and everything you need. So
They'll bring you back to where you started. That's good.
right.
Nice.
How will people know where Animas Park is and all these locations? We have a map on our website.
We don't have a map, but the Animas Park is by the Red Barn and the San Juan, or the
Farmington Regional Animal
is
Shelter,
what it is
right,
called.
off of Browning Parkway is the way to find that area of the park. The Berg Park is more towards the Scott Avenue, San Juan Boulevard side of the river park system, basically, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's how you can kind of discover them. But as you said, there's shuttles going in between the two all day, Saturday and Sunday.
That's right.
So that'll be great. In addition to that, you mentioned the VIP tent is coming back for some of your VIPs, and I guess that
Our
includes sponsors, right?
yes.
And so I guess if folks would like to be part of the VIP tent, they've got to be a sponsor, and you've
Please
got
let me
room
know.
for.
I would love to have more sponsorships.
Okay, gotcha.
We
You've got room for more.
We have room for more.
Okay, and folks can reach out to Joe
And
Pope.
A sponsorship basically is to sponsor one of our events, such as the duck race or the. I mean, there are so many events that.
True.
There's a car show. There's a fine arts show. There's.
We're doing the recycled fashion show.
Yes.
Right.
Rover Fest, which is a celebration of dogs in the area.
The Wiener Dog Race.
The Wiener Dog Race,
Wiener
another
dog.
celebration of a certain type of dog. Yes, there you go. True. Very
Anyway,
good.
And there are so many things. And the nice thing about the sponsorship is if you sponsor, you get recognized, you get a banner, you get recognized as a sponsor, and you have all these hundreds of people around this event who see your banner. And
Hundreds,
and
thousands. We just talked about the 60,000 or the 30,000 people that are.
But I
that are
think it's
there.
good for your business to be exposed in such a way.
Very true. Very true. That's a great opportunity. And so still sponsorships available, so you can contact the River Reach Foundation or Riverfest New
You
Mexico.
can actually make sponsorships and donations online at
Right.
the Riverfest website.
riverfestnewmexico.com. So that's the place to go to support the event. So that's wonderful. And lots of other things. The theme we should mention too for this big event is the tropical staycation on the Animas River. So I'm thinking lots of Hawaiian shirts and lots of tropical drinks and other things probably will be flowing that weekend.
Well, it's a great place to celebrate.
Yeah.
It is our local resort, if you will, and it's available every day to you. And if you don't want to travel away for the holiday, please join us at Riverfest.
There you go. Or if you've got people coming in to visit for the holiday,
Indeed.
as sometimes you do. Joe Pope, I imagine that's a destination for your visitors when they're here on Memorial Day weekend.
It's quite a thing to show off
Yeah.
about our community.
Very, very much so.
Not only the land and the resource, but the event itself.
Definitely. Yeah, it's a great event for sure. That's true. And so with some of those other things that are going on, you mentioned the car show, so that's coming.
That's only on Sunday, isn't that right?
That is correct.
Just
It will be
Sunday?
On Sunday.
Got you. Okay.
Remind me where it is. Is it over at the Boyd Park?
No, it is.
That's where it has been traditionally, but
Yeah, it will be, I believe, on one of the terraces towards Animas Park.
Okay. Gotcha.
We have more information about locations of events at riverfestnewmexico.com.
Okay.
It will be a schedule of events, where they're located,
Right.
and what time they are.
Very good. Excellent. We're putting on the screen right now another poster with a QR code that I think will take you to that website so you can get more details on the locations or sponsorships or even becoming a volunteer, because that's also something to talk about too, is the need for
being a volunteer.
volunteers, right?
it takes literally hundreds of volunteers to pull this event off, and we benefit from many civic organizations, many high school organizations,
Right.
who heave ho. But we really need a lot more people. Even now, if you want to sign up to be a volunteer, we would be so appreciative.
Nice.
We will provide you with at least a meeting, some refreshments, and a T-shirt.
Okay.
And some instructions on how to be a volunteer in this event.
Got you. And lots of different opportunities, I guess, for being a volunteer, whether you want to help park cars or you want to help with the Wiener Dog races or other events that are going on. You can kind of pick and choose, I think, where you want to be.
Some may be physically demanding, and
Right.
many more would be not so.
Exactly. So,
And volunteer slots are 2 hours long,
right.
and you do get a T-shirt for that. As
So I don't
well
have to be
as
there for 2.5
water.
days. I can just be there for 2 hours.
We will not hold you prisoner once you
Okay.
volunteer.
Fair
We'll let
enough.
you go after 2 hours so
Fair
you
enough.
can enjoy all of the events we're going to be hosting.
Gotcha. But if somebody wanted a couple 2-hour shifts, you wouldn't say no.
Oh, we would love it.
Yeah. So there you are. But
Well, we don't want to burn people out, that's for sure.
good point.
We'd like
Sure.
them back next year.
That's true. Very good
and
point.
we'd like them to have a great time, frankly.
And I think they probably would with the T-shirt and some snacks, and being able to work at this great event. So those are opportunities are still available. So again, you can find out more at the riverfestnewmexico.com website. Is where I would go to get more information about being a volunteer. There's also the run, right? There's a Riverfest Fun Run happening as well, right? That is
Yes.
going on again, and a lot of different lengths, I guess, of the run on Saturday, beginning at 8 a.m.
Yes, we'll have a 10K, a 5K, and then a 2-mile walk. That's put on with help from the city of Farmington.
Nice.
There are prizes at the end. I believe they give out medals for the winners.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And then that is going to be over towards Animas Park, where we will also have an antique tractor show, as well as hay rides for people to get around the park or just for fun.
Nice.
It's always fun to go look at all those old tractors and machines they have.
True. Very true.
Definitely.
That'll be great. A great place for that.
So the best way to get around is it the hayride, or is it the what mode of transport are we using to?
So we will have the hayride
Okay.
to get from the Red Barn to the terraces where we will be holding events. The buses will be running from Animas Park to Berg Park to help people get around there as well.
Gotcha.
And then for people with special needs, we will have like golf carts and other conveyances for people who can't
Good.
make short walks.
Right.
But
Nice. So those will be available too. So you can.
that will be limited in
Sure.
quantity, but it will be available to people.
Good to know. Very good. All right. Excellent. The duck race is back. That's in a Sunday event. Talk to me about
Actually,
that.
The duck race is really important. I think it's one of the things that attracts the most people. And you can buy your ducks online
Nice.
at the website as well.
Okay.
You can purchase that. We're partnering with the Kiwanis Club to put on the duck race, so you can purchase tickets from the Kiwanis Club. Also, the Key Club from the high school is also working with us selling those tickets.
Okay.
And yes, online at our website, it is a fundraiser to help many local charities.
Nice.
We're helping send some of these kids to a gathering in Florida this year with the sales of the duck race tickets.
Okay.
A leadership conference, and we're really excited for
Nice.
them.
Very good. And the race will be Sunday at 3.
That is right. Cash prizes if your duck finishes first. So
Right.
go and buy those tickets.
You know, I yell at that duck every year and it doesn't swim any faster, but I try.
Can you modify your duck to make it go faster?
I don't think you can. That's probably not in the rules, but the more ducks you buy, of course, the more chances you have that your duck may get to the finish line.
If you
first.
happen to know one of us board members, you can probably ask us to sell you some tickets, and we'd be
Good
delighted.
point. So for some ducks?
And tickets are $5 a piece.
For the ducks. Gotcha. For the duck race. Got it. Very good. You could also purchase some brick pavers. I know I've seen some of those in and around the park, so those are nice to see for folks who want to support what the River Reach Foundation does.
Yes, we will have tents where you will be able to purchase those from the River Reach Foundation. Those will be in Berg Park, and also I believe we were in Rocky Reach Landing last year, and I think we're going to do that
Two
again.
locations.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wouldn't you like to see your name on one of those pavers?
I
And
know.
It'll be there for 100 years.
That's right. So the nice thing to be able to do, or to remember somebody who loved going to the river, things like that. There's
exactly.
lots of opportunities there. And a yoga flow class Saturday morning.
Yes, we will be off, or there will be a yoga flow class in the by the river. It's a great way to get some stretching done outside, peaceful environment out there by the water.
Right.
We're also going to be having kids activities in Berg Park on both Saturday and Sunday. Big tent right by the splash pad. Bring the kids. It'll be a ton of fun.
What kinds of things do you have planned for that?
Arts and crafts, just games and activities that's
Okay.
going on. Yep.
Very good. Gotcha. Perfect. Petting zoo. Did I see
We
that?
are going to have a petting zoo this
Okay.
year. That'll be on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
I believe we're still figuring out the logistics of exactly where it's going to be, but we're committed to bringing those furry animals for
Nice.
petting.
Okay. Very good. Excellent. Well, my guest this morning from the River Reach Foundation, we are talking about Riverfest, which is coming up May 23rd through the 25th at beautiful Berg Park and Animas Park along the Animas River here in Farmington. And so lots of things that are planned, of course, and this is a major fundraiser for the River Reach Foundation with all the things that they do to help expand and help us enjoy the rivers. And so two of the board members are with me this morning talking a little bit about this great event. And so again, we've talked about the need for volunteers and some of the other opportunities that are available, some of the other things that are happening as well. But it's a great event. I think there's something for everybody, whether you're young or old. Whatever you like, you'll probably find something that you like down there at Riverfest. You have a lot more. We were talking a little bit before we came on the air. More food trucks this year.
Yeah, we'll have food vendors throughout the festival, so
Nice.
you can get your snacks and your drinks. We'll also be having a wine and beer garden. We're partnering with Clancy's to do that. They will be at Berg Park, and then do you know where the second tent's going to be,
I
Joe?
do not know. I'm sorry.
But we will have
There's
a
two.
beer and wine garden. There should be two. We will have one for sure in Berg Park.
Okay, very good. Nice to know. But again, and food trucks throughout, and again, kind of gathered around, so you won't go hungry, I think is what you're saying.
Definitely not. We'll have the best food Farmington has to offer there.
There you go. So there's that going on as well. Again, the River Fest event itself is free to attend. There's no admission to get into the park. You can wander through the park. There certainly is a fee for beers and wine and food and everything else that you might want to do, but to come down to the park is free, always.
Parking is one of the most difficult things there, but
True.
it's still,
Yeah.
it's Farmington. It isn't that bad.
Right.
There are no parking meters. All the parking is free. We will have volunteers helping to manage the parking area.
True.
I think it's the most trying part of the whole event because so many people come.
Right.
But I think we're managing pretty well.
I agree. Well, and again, we talked about the shuttles too, that if you want to just avoid the whole parking issue, you can just park at the Civic Center downtown or at the Farmington Museum on East Main Street and take the shuttle and make someone else worry about parking for you, and they'll drop you right off. So I think that's a great answer to that.
We've learned something from Balloon Fiesta.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So that's a great thing to be able to offer for folks as well. And so as we talked about this event unofficially, but I think you can tell by going down there, it attracts about 30,000 people. It's a big economic impact to the area. There are some people, I think, that visit during that time just for Riverfest and things like that. I think it's been recognized by the state tourism folks to talk about a major signature event in New Mexico.
We have people come from as far as Gallup and Albuquerque to come see our river festival. We really are proud about how many people we are able to bring to see our beautiful river system and spend time in our community so they can get to know us and get to know how many cool things there are up here.
Very true. Very true.
One of our biggest goals as the River Reach Foundation is we want to bring more people to the river so that we have more people to help us protect and promote the river.
Exactly. Well, and again, for Joe Pope and me, people have been going to the river for years who've seen that trail system grow over time. I mean, it's really nice to see it expand from just the confines of where Riverfest is, and now it continues, as we talked about, the Among the Waters trail, and it's now, I think, totally connected from the River Reach area and Riverfest area all the way to the west.
Goes through Boyd Park, and
Right.
then it goes all the way to Among the Waters, and then I think it goes all the way. It's going to go all the way to the dog park.
At Westland Park.
I think
Eventually.
I think
That
that's-
is our
That
goal.
is very close.
Okay. Very good.
And we'll also
Exciting.
be trying to extend the trail up towards the museum on the other side.
Right.
We're currently working with the city to chase down grants and help and everything we need to make that happen. So
Exciting.
we look forward to that happening in the next few years as well.
Very exciting, because there's a lot of river improvements going on as we speak at the museum.
If you've seen that big pile of rocks, it's going to be so exciting when we open up another whitewater section on the river. I think that's really going to bring a lot of people down here and up here and to here, and we're just very excited about all of it.
Right. I think I've seen some of the reactions on Facebook, but what Dr. Pope was saying earlier, Farmington, New Mexico, when they see the plans for the river, and that it's maybe not in some place in the Pacific Northwest or some other community, but in the high desert of New Mexico.
You know, if you've just driven by the museum and looked as you drive by, you might see that pile of rocks. But maybe if you drive back to the back of the parking lot of the museum and
Take a look.
at how the river's been diverted, and they're building this huge structure with concrete and these rocks. It's an impressive project.
Exciting to see, yes.
I
And
think
that's
the city is just all over this. I'm
Right.
so amazed.
That's another city project that's ongoing. I know, Dr. Pope, when it's open, will you be surfing down there? Is that something we can
I'll
watch for
watch.
you?
I'll
You'll
just
watch.
watch, yeah.
Okay, all right. Good to know. Very good. But again, another great example of how Farmington is discovering its rivers and using its rivers to attract people to visit and really celebrate the rivers, which is what Riverfest is all about as well. And so just have a couple of minutes remaining this morning. What are some of the other things we want to leave folks with before we go?
I think I'll just mention that there's room for more sponsorships
Okay.
and more donations. And again, you can contact us, or you can simply use the online form that's available with a click on the Riverfest
The website.
website.
Okay, very good. Great. Christina, anything else to add?
Well, I would just like to say that this is like our biggest fundraising thing this year, throughout the year. But we do have other events throughout the year that we would love to draw people to. So when you are at Riverfest, come to our information tent. We'd love to talk to you about River Jam, our fishing derby, which is going to be its second time this year. So we're
Nice.
going to turn that into an annual event.
And these events are in the fall.
Those two are in the fall,
Right.
and then we do luminarias for River Glow.
In
Last
December.
year, I did it last year. It was just a magical experience.
That's right. That's true. And again, all these things benefit the River Reach Foundation, which is the driving force to works with the city and other groups to improve the rivers and make some of these trails possible. They wouldn't be there without you. So we do appreciate the work that the River Reach Foundation has done for these many, many years, because we all get to enjoy it. So thank you both for coming in this morning and talking about Riverfest. Again, I'm excited that it'll be here soon, probably before we know it.
Thank you so much for having us on the show.
Yes, thank you so much.
You are very welcome. You are very welcome. It is Riverfest, New Mexico, coming up Memorial Day weekend along the Animas River in Farmington, the tropical staycation along the Animas River, May 23rd, 24th, and 25th, Memorial Day weekend, here talking with me on KSJE. KSJE and the San Juan College Native American Center present the Student Study Tip of the Week.
Hi, my name is Latoya, and I'm coming to you with the study tips of the week. Studying can be draining, so treat yourself for a little motivation. Buy a coffee from your favorite coffee shop or get some study snacks from the campus convenience store. You can also reward yourself by taking breaks for activities you enjoy, like walking, reading, or watching TV. Adding in a reward will give you something fun to work towards.
The Student Study Tip of the Week is presented by the San Juan College Native American Center and KSJE. Did you enjoy that podcast? We hope that you did. And if you did, share it with your friends. And if you really want to keep podcasts like this coming, please support KSJE. You can do it easily online at ksje.com.